Hello, beautiful people, and thank you for tuning in once again. You guys already know the message why I make these videos. One family, one heart, one love. We're all one family together, right? And what I want to talk about in this video is the smaller family that you're born into. You know, we're all born into a family. You know, if you were born and your dad wasn't around, still your mom is your family. If your mom was the only person in your family, that's you and your mom are a family, right? If you grew up and your dad was the only one there, your mom wasn't there, you and your dad are a family. But we're all grown up in a family. Very rarely do we have someone that was completely abandoned, right? And those people that are completely abandoned, very, very, very interesting. I think anyone who was completely abandoned, like, you know, their biological parents weren't there and no siblings, that is a very interesting person that I think they're meant to do very great things, to be honest. But most of us, we have parents, siblings maybe, right? It's there, you know, the mini family. You know, like I said, all humanity is one family. We have the mini family. And most of us, we have big issues with our families, don't we? I, for one, have ideological issues with my family, right? Like about the way perceiving life and stuff like that. I love my family to death, and they love me to death. I love my parents. Mama, if you're watching this, I love you, and you know it. Baba, if you're watching this, I love you, and you know it. And of course, my siblings, they know I love them. They love me. We all love each other, but we have differences, right? When you're with your family, you have differences, and maybe you're struggling with them right now, like the majority of us. And this is normal, you know, because you have the old way of doing things, and, you know, a generation was brought up with certain beliefs and cultural beliefs and whatever it is, and now we have this new generation with the information revolution and all of that, causing difference in opinion, difference in outlook on life. I'm not gonna say who's right and who's wrong, but it is what it is. It's difference. There is difference, clearly. And here's an interesting perspective. You want to believe in it, you don't want to believe in it, fine. I'm a believer in reincarnation. And I'm a believer that we choose our family before we come here, meaning at the soul level. And you don't remember this because we're giving amnesia when we enter the simulator, right? If life is a computer game, we enter into the simulator, we are given amnesia because that's the whole point of playing the game. If you knew everything that happened before, you would forget what you're here to do, what this character is here to do. And then you choose your family. So you say, I'm going to choose this family. I'm going to choose the circumstances. I'm going to choose the place of birth. I'm going to choose my parents. I'm going to choose exactly for a reason. There's a reason there. And you choose that because there are lessons there for you to learn. And there are things for you to rise above what your parents believed. So like, when I have kids, they better fucking rise above whatever bullshit I believe in. It's evolution, right? It's the way it is. We're evolving. And remember, if we're believing in reincarnation, let's pretend reincarnation is true, then you're gonna come back, maybe they're gonna come back as children. And they're gonna have to evolve to evolve you. So it's like we're all doing this dance, right? We're all doing this dance. Just because you're trying to like rise above your whatever your family beliefs or whatever, doesn't make them bad or anything like that, because they're gonna have to come back hopefully at some point later on and rise above you. It's evolution. We're always evolving. So the perspective is very interesting. Is you look at your circumstances, what happened to you as a child, what you've gone through, and there lies a lot of clues to your purpose in life. There lies a lot of clues to what you're here to do. And what are the things you need to work on? Because you would not have chosen the family otherwise. So, to give a personal example, I mean, I grew up in like a very strict Muslim environment. And now it makes sense because although I no longer believe in it as is taught in general mainstream anyway, I do see the value in it. I do see that all religions point to the same truth, and maybe now my purpose here is to take some of the teachings, although they really caused me a lot of trouble growing up, sexual repression and all of that, to let the bad stuff out and take all the good stuff and combine it and rise above it and maybe share it with the world in a certain way, and then somebody else can come, hopefully my kid, look at my bullshit, be like, oh, what a load of shit, what a load of bullshit. I'm gonna rise above that, take what I can, learn from it, and keep evolving. Give the world even a better message. You understand what I'm saying? So it's evolution. And so you gotta look at your parents and be like, what am I learning here? Why am I going through this? The other thing, like, I grew up in, like I said, an environment that's very strict, but also, how can I put this? Devoid of love. Really, devoid of love. You know, I get in a lot of fights as a kid. There's a lot of hostility overall in the environment that I grew up in, and there was little to no love. So I grew up feeling like nobody loves me, and like there's, you know, I just didn't believe. I'm like, fuck love, all of that. I don't even know what love is. But I think that sort of forced me to go the complete other way, because now what I preach in these videos and what I preach all the time, see these one love colors, that's it. We're all brothers and sisters, we're all one. But I don't think I would have been able to see that and embody that had it not been for me experiencing the complete contrast while growing up, which was a lot of hate. I grew up in an environment that like told you to hate other sects and other people and who are different than you. You know, and I did hate them. You know, honestly, when I was growing up, I hated people that were not from my same sect that I grew up in, or the same religion, or the same, you know, nationality or whatever. I honestly did. But because I experienced that complete contrast, hate, negativity, I experienced a lot of negativity growing up. Honestly, a lot of negativity. And there is nothing, you know, like I said, there's nothing against my parents or anything like that, because I love my parents. I love them to death. They, you know, they know it. And I think the mass consciousness of the planet was low anyway at that time. You know, now I feel like everybody's becoming nicer and better. But anyway, I'm saying I experienced while growing up a lot of hate and a lot of negativity. I experienced a complete contrast, complete opposite of the message I'm putting out now. But I think that was necessary for me to find that other opposite, because it forced me, experiencing so much negativity and anxiety and really like hatred and just bad emotions growing up. It kind of forced me to look the complete other way. And so I went the other way. But if I hadn't experienced what I experienced as a kid, and I have chosen this family and these circumstances to grow up in, I wouldn't have been on this path that I'm on right now. And maybe the same thing for you. The reason why I shared these deeply personal experience, and I really didn't have to, but I am, I want to show you that, okay, maybe let's look at something in your life. What have you gone through as a kid? What am I going through now? What are my parents like? What is my environment like? What have I gone through? Should I rise above that? If you've gone through a lot of negativity in your childhood, chances are you're going to grow up to be someone with a great positive energy and motivator. Most motivational speakers and people who are positive and spreading out this good message, they've experienced a lot of negativity growing up. Because if you were always in that mediocre phase, you would stay in mediocre. But if you were like in the shit, like the absolute shithole of whatever it is you're in, you're gonna go above and beyond to go to the next level. So you'll see, like, it's a common thing. Like 50 Cent, for example, he came from the shitter, from the gutter, from, you know, like he was a drug dealer and got shot 9 times. The reason why I think he loves to make a lot of money and he's so, like, he just wants to be rich, because he experienced what poverty feels like to the very, very rock bottom of it. He got shot 9 times because he was drug dealing. And so it pushed him to be the complete opposite. Now he's all about money and being richer. Right? I'm not saying it's good, it's bad, it is what it is. Usually when you experience the complete contrast of something, if you make it out alive and you make it out of that, you will want to go to the complete other side. So see what you're experiencing. If you feel like you experienced a lot of negativity while growing up, or you still are in your family, then perhaps you're here to spread some sort of positive message, and your experience in this negative environment, this experiencing contrast, is what's going to force you to go above and beyond to figure out the sunny side of life. And once you get to the sunny life of life, then you can spread that message. But figure out, always, there's a meaning to everything. There are no coincidences in this game, in this life game. There's no coincidences, okay? Everything has a meaning. There's a meaning for why you chose your parents. There's a meaning why you're having problems with your parents right now. There's a meaning, there's a reason, there's a lesson, okay? Figure that out. That's for you to figure out, not for me, right? All I can do is just talk shit Hopefully it's some shit that resonates with you, and then you take it from there, and hopefully you figure out, okay, see the clues in your childhood, see the clues in your current predicament with your parents and your family, and yeah, and always try to love them, even if you don't agree with them, even if they give you a lot of shit and you give them a lot of shit. Try to love them. Just try to always resolve things with love. You know, love is the highest form of communication. It really is. It really is. Even if your parents reject the things you do, your ideas, your ideologies, and all of that, it's okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. They love you. Your parents love you. Okay? Your parents love you. Parents love their kids. And no matter what the kids do, they will always love them. Even, they will always love them. I really, parents love their kids, man. I know a lot of us, like, we have problems with our parents and all, but trust me, they love us. Our parents love us, so love them. Show them love, despite all the differences. Show them love, and figure out, okay, this is my circumstance. This is what I grew up in. This is what's going on. Let's find the clues here. There are some clues there. All right, so for you to figure out. Check out my book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas of Life. It's for free. Hopefully it will help you with this kind of stuff too. It will. 22 pages, quick read. Link in the description, in the comments. I love you guys. I love every single one of you, and I love my parents. I love my family, and I'm so happy and grateful for all the things that happened to me, positive and negative, and everything. And I'm totally appreciative of my upbringing, the environment that I chose, and I'm totally appreciative of my parents, who are very loving. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.